Hello, this is Mr. Inadequate. The game is Fermi Paradox, and this is going to be episode 4. I did play this as an episode 4, and for some reason it, it was corrupted and I couldn't do the video. So, a recap. We have the Kaar, the Esh, and the human sage conglomerates. Now, humans were doing pretty good, but then they had some problems. Ash are doing better, and but they detected signals from the humans' jazz music, and it destroyed them. They have sent a ship to Wormwood, which may or may not make it. The Kaar are struggling. They're kind of my throwaway race as far as I use them to gain synthesis points. Humans, I don't know. They've never made contact with other civilizations. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm sorry that I didn't show all the way to this point. Oh, human sage conglomerates, new technological age. They have reached the solar age. Overcoming previous limits of propulsion and engineering, humans are now able to build ships capable of exploring and colonizing their own solar system. You're going to have to excuse my coughing. It's bad today because it's so dry in here. Advanced AI are built to escort them on their journey, while mastery of genetic engineering allows humans and their crops to adapt to the new colonies. Now, I don't, how much I have 50 synthesis. Okay, wisdom. Orbital space labs develop tech to allow humans to expand even further into the cosmos. Advancement. Techniques are developed to allow terraforming and colony construction in even the harshest environments in the solar system. Power. A fleet of city-sized battleships patrol the solar system to ensure that the colonies remain loyal to the government on Earth. I'm going to go with wisdom. Orbital space labs. Oh, that's one problem with the game. I noted this in my previous one that you didn't get to see. It said I wasn't going to lose anything or gain anything, and I lost 35. If any developers watch this, please work with that. Either say you're going to lose 35, or don't subtract 35 if you said it wasn't going to do anything. We're in the light speed age. Check level 9. 666 years because we have all these asteroid fields. Utopia is up to 56%. We got to build our synthesis. Humans are now able to permanently settle on planets of the solar system and establish solar colonies there. Okay. Solar age technology let the humans harvest the resources of asteroids and faraway planets in the solar system. Humans establish a new sage community. So we're 17% towards tech level 10, 56 towards utopia. We're using our asteroids. We still got a little time. We're going to the Esh. The Esh are receiving alien signals, yes. Must be more human jazz. The personnel of the Esh Corporate Fleet, which they've sent to Wormwood, spend their long enterprise embedded in a virtual reality simulation. While a massive amount of data gathered by the neural computer systems is fed as abstract interactive models into this virtual world, now the human jazz music from the humans will enter this artificial realm. Well, it's already pretty much destroyed civilization on the Esh homeworld. And we have no enthusiasm, ignorance, or hostility. We can't do enthusiasm. Ignorance. Now, we tried hostility, and it hurt the Esh. Ignorance. The neural computer creates subtler digital apparitions from the human jazz music. The personnel confuse these virtual entities with the more game-like parts of the computer simulation and ignore them completely. We're going to go with that one. This one, the digital abstraction, is terrifying, turns their virtual world into a digital hell, and they have to shut it down in horror. All negatives all the way across the board. We're going to have to go with virtual dreams. They ignore the human jazz. Okay, this is the corporate fleet. Next stage, 51% towards it. Utopia, 12%. Their resource storage is getting limited. Let's get some synth. Will we reach our destination safely? Yeah, same. Okay, they are 52%. I don't know if that's towards the next tech level or towards Wormwood System. It's kind of ambiguous. We're going to the Kaar Sage regions. They must have reached the Iron Age. And they did. Okay, empires and trading states rise to power. They forge tools and develop the skills needed to create simple machinery. While expanding theological discourse could provide them with a sense of purpose and a moral compass, organized religion also has the potential to bring about great atrocities. Now, we don't have, let's see, wisdom. Monks describe knowledge in books that scholars are eager to get their hands on. We're going to go with that one. I've been here in the Iron Age a number of times. Okay, they're 5% towards the next level, the Nautical Age. They are, well, they've come up out of dystopia by 5%, 35.7 thousand years before they run out of forest areas. They're now able to increase the size of their cities and are able to reach more regions on Gliese Sea. They're at 6%, and we're going back to the Esh mega corporations on the Esh homeworld. Depopulation in Rigel. Many Esh dive deep into hyper-realistic virtual worlds and fantastic computer simulations. Will they spend their entire lives connected to the global network matrix and stop forming social connections with other Esh? Yeah, we can't do the prevention. Massive depopulation. Why live in the real world when you can simulate everything? All Esh withdraw into virtual worlds. The resulting social isolation leads to a drastic fall in population numbers. Or, with a large segment of their population getting lost in cyberspace, Esh society struggles. They refuse to interact with other Esh. Well, either way, my two choices are a population decline. I'm gonna get the synthesis out of it. Massive depopulation. We got 36 synthesis. 54% towards tech level 8. Dystopia 9%. Yeah, they were leaning towards utopia. We'll go for the positive. They recreate their history on television. They enjoy a new style of enchanting virtual artworks. They got up to 55%. And dystopia, they're starting to lean away from it. I'm going to go with a plus. Conflict between two major Esh megacorporations is settled peacefully. Okay. we're going to go. I don't want negatives. I would like to save them. An influential chief executive officer rises to power in Rigel 7. 38 synthesis. They establish a new mega corporation. They're up to 57% towards the next stage. Go for the positive. Values. The value psychologists of Rigel 7 inspire the Ish to live peacefully. How about the value of psychologists? We'll go for the plus again. Ash Echo engineers establish new resource management methods. They're at 58%. And we're going to the Human Sage Communities Development event. Extinction in Soul. The fusion engineers of the Soul System created technology that lets users experience the most wonderful and perfect dreams while they sleep. This technology, however, soon becomes too appealing to the humans who don't want to leave their perfect dream world anymore. Okay. Close call, can't afford it. Minimal survivors, complete extinction. I don't want the complete extinction. I can't do the close call, minimal survivors. The use of dream optimization technology is widespread. Only a small group of radical humans resists and rejects the dream world. Several years later, they're the only ones left in the Soul System. Uh-oh. They had almost gotten, okay, the 31% towards tech level 10, 56 towards utopia. There's 1.5 billion left. Resource scarcity is looking good. Let's get up to 39 cents. Will we find the questions of our answers inside our optical computer network? Let's get up to 40. Will we find traces of alien visitors somewhere hidden in our solar system? Human robotic infantry lay down their energy rifles and abandon the art of war. Well, we're up to 37% towards tech level 10. On Earth, human planetary engineers establish new resource management methods. An influential human sage elect rises to power in the Soul System. Memes are circulated in the Soul System that inspire the humans to preserve environment and resources. We'll go for science. In a state-of-the-art research space station on Earth, the humans discover new scientific insights. So they're at 50% towards tech level 10. Good growth. Resources are not that scarce. And they're still at 56% towards utopia. We're going to the Esh, the corporate fleet. An armed conflict threatens the Esh. Brain hacking incident. During a suspended cryosleep period of the Esh Corporate Fleet's personnel, someone tries to manipulate the brain-machine interface and mind control the sleepers for nefarious purposes. I don't think we're probably going to have enough. Oh, we could. Peace, regular conflict, or total war. Peace, which will cost us all our synthesis. Nobody knows the brain manipulation and after several Kaar sleep cycles, the entire personnel is following the orders of the brain hacker. No. Regular conflict. The hacker is discovered but is already controlling many security guards. After a massive firefight, the brain hacker is finally defeated. Out of 4.6 billion, 128 million die. Total war. The manipulation is uncovered, but the hacker is never found. Mistrust, paranoia, and brain programming lead to countless violent conflicts among the personnel. 384.1 million casualties. We're going to go with a regular conflict because I don't think that's a good. We'll see. Okay, we're 62% of the way to wherever we're going. Let's get some more synthesis. Several Esh Corporate Fleet managers are removed from their posts. Let's go for a positive here. Esh Corporate Fleet counselors inspire the codification of peaceful first contact protocols. Okay, now we have a resource crisis. Scarcity on the Esh Corporate Fleet. Will they get to Wormwood? Resource storage are becoming scarce aboard the Esh Corporate Fleet. The effects of the brain hacking incident brought the personnel to a breaking point. While they're dealing with the resource scarcity, will the Chief Executive Officer find a way to prevent the complete exhaustion of the spacecraft's resources, or will this end in mutiny and violence? Well, we can spend all of our synth on precaution. Okay, the Esh officer prepares for an enterprise with minimal resource. Will the managers of the Esh Corporate Fleet manage to reduce the effects of the brain hacking incident, or will they deny the personnel access to essential resources? Chance for decline, 46% of their ethic value. Crisis. Scarcity causes discord and competition among the Esh personnel. Computer systems break down, while the managers of the Esh Corporate Fleet compete for the dwindling resources. Chance of hostility, 50%. War. The personnel pick up the rifles and fight over access to the remaining storage. Guards blow up entire quarters of the spacecraft in the so-called resource mutiny. I'm going to go for this. I need the synthesis. 160 million out of 4.5 billion isn't that much. And it might help things. Okay. Well, Utopia is 2%. Resources exhausted in 74 years. Growth is minus 10%. They're down to 4.3 billion. Okay, we have a negative, synth, and a positive. New life is created aboard the Esh Corporate Fleet. It's not helping them on this graph at all. It did help a little bit on that. Let's try this one. The Esh logistics officers are optimizing the efficiency of the Esh Corporate Fleet. The Esh Corporate Fleet personnel develop a new dialect of their native language. None of this is helping on this. And we have a choice between negatives. Well, that's just joyous. Some of the Esh Corporate Fleet neutron missiles are undergoing repairs. Helped with our Utopia. Not much else. Let's try this. Get up to 65 synthesis. A decorated Esh Corporate Fleet Chief Executive Officer retires from active service. Yeah. I'm going to go for a plus, see if that helps anything. The Esh personnel refit a section of their spacecraft. This is not helping their voyage at all. Okay. We're going to the Kaar Sage Republics. Knowledge in Gliese. Great libraries to preserve their knowledge gathered through the ages. Kaar erect magnificent libraries in their major cities. Valuable books and manuscripts are painstakingly transcribed, and ancient scrolls are preserved in these hallowed halls. The contents of the great libraries range from religious manuscripts to mathematical treatises, with some mystical tones even transcending distinct genres. Now, civilization pillar. I don't want to spend any synth. To unify the lore of the Kaar, the vast libraries are made open to all. Visiting scholars bring rare books from their homelands to promote cultural exchange. Regular library access is restricted as competing groups of Kaar aim to hoard knowledge for themselves. And dead end. With shifting religious views and new leaders coming to power, the teachings of old are regarded as blasphemous. Libraries are closed and in some cases destroyed by fire. I want to get this up to 80. I've been way down too long. Okay, we'll do this one. Iron technology, let the Kaar harvest the biomass resources. Is there life after death? Is there life after death? Let's go for positive. Kaar created a new style of architecture and redefined the shape of their constructions. The depleted land region on Gliese recovers under the care of alchemists. That got us up to 43% towards tech level 3. Excuse my coughing. I'm sorry, my throat is dry. Overkill warning. Harm potential 4.6%. Yeah. Potential casualties 1.8 million. You only got 117,000 Kaar on the planet. And the growth is, they're not growing. Okay. An influential Kaar Sage Council rises to power in Gliese. What happened with Gliese was they had a year-long night and it killed off a lot. Okay, let's just randomize this one. Beautiful ballots are shared among the Kaar and Gliese, which gets us up to 44% towards the next tech level. And we're going to the Esh mega corporations. Power and Rigel. Cybernetic interfaces allow Esh to connect their firearms directly to their brains. Aiming controllers and weapon status displays now augment the vision of smart gun users, making real combat look more like a video game. I don't know whether to favor these guys or their corporate fleet. Prevention. The technology is easy to override with scramblers and other hacks, so the Esh military stops using smart guns altogether. Regular development. Network smart guns are so clever that they provide near-perfect fire solutions and tactical analysis for the users in every situation. Absolute power. Cybernetic brain weapon interfaces use coward-proof technology to control the Esh soldiers who ostensibly wield them. I'm going to go with that one. Okay. They're at 70% towards tech level 8. They're still a little bit on the dystopia side. They had a lot of problems too. The road to our future is written in the stars. Negatives, I hate negatives. The Esh grow to fear the ruthless chief executive officer. The Esh recreate their history on television. I wish they'd change some of these up. I mean, obviously, it'd be in a future patch or something. They're 71% of the way. Let's do this power. The value psychologists of Rigel 7 inspires the Esh to live peacefully. 89 synthesis. On Rigel 7, Echo engineers establish new resource management. Doesn't really affect this at all as far as I can see. Well, let's get up to 90 synth. The road to our future is written in the stars. In the Rigel System, a major megacorporation falls apart and loses all its influence. Now we're going to the human stage. Meanwhile, these guys, the Esh, the furry fish, are at 74% of getting to the next tech level. Human sage communities. Let's see if we can get these guys to survive. I'll waste as much synth as I have to. Sol is building spaceships. Humans are able to construct a titanic interstellar spacecraft housing a self-contained environment with its own internal atmosphere systems, artificial landscapes, and agricultural ocean sectors. The mission goal is to reach the Tabby star system. We're almost at tech level 10. Epic project. The Titan ship has the resources and ecosystem of a little planet and is able to bring half the population of the Sol system towards Tabby's star. Regular development. The construction is successful and many humans become inhabitants of the world ship. Will they ever want to leave the comfort of their interstellar vessel when they arrive years later in the Tabby star system? Dead end. Self-contained systems work perfectly, but the humans struggle with the lightspeed engine. At some point, the crew becomes tired of waiting for a breakthrough and simply use the immobile vessel as a space habitat. Well, we got 91 synthesis. I'm a human. I want the humans to advance, at least get to tech level 10. We are going to do Epic Project. Okay. Human Titan ship begins its journey from Sol to the Tabby star system. Let's see if I can. New life is created aboard the Human Titan ship. Ooh, 97%. Yeah. It's hiding this one on that planet, so I'm going to choose this one. Several Human Titan ship officers are removed from their posts. Okay, we're going to leave the Human Titan ship and go to the Esh Corporate Fleet. Will either of these get to where they're going? Esh arrival in Wormwood, so that answers that question. The Cyber Interstellar branch. After arriving in the Wormwood System, the Esh Corporate Fleet lands on planet Wormwood Prime, and the personnel builds a rudimentary settlement. To adapt to the harsh environment, the Esh have cybernetic systems integrated in their bodies, allowing them to breathe the toxic air and become better hazard-resistant pioneers. So essentially cyborgs. Okay, can't do perfect success, troubled development, or total failure. We'll do troubled development. Resources are scarce in the Wormwood system, so only a few Esh were selected as frontier pioneers. They explore Wormwood Prime with their new, fully cybernetically enhanced bodies, while the rest of the colony stagnates in closed bases. Or total failure, the cybernetic filter systems implemented into the bodies of every Ish only work superficially and fail to detect a hidden toxin. Within a year, the entire population of the colony perishes. We'll go with troubled development. Okay. So they're in the Cyber Age. The Esh begin to make the Wormwood system their home. And we will leave it there. So the Esh have a colony. Human sage communities, new technological age. We've reached the Singularity Age. Yay! What a struggle. The humans create machines capable of recursive self-improvement. These constructs can build even more powerful copies of themselves autonomously, growing their potential with each generation. The path to true artificial intelligence is clear. Oh, I like that quote. Can we drop the artificial intelligence? It's a bit like me calling you a meat-based processing system. We can go to wisdom, advancement, or power. Wisdom. Self-learning AI is able to process data and innovate faster than any human scientist. Breakthroughs in all fields of research happen almost daily. Advancement. Machines transform themselves to take on tasks such as cleaning up the environment, building human habitation, and acting as caretakers for the elderly. Power. Adaptive robotic soldiers upgrade themselves after every conflict, soon evolving into the most deadly fighting force ever created by the humans. I'm going to go with wisdom. Oh, I have to get 3 more Singularity Societies for final tech. 61% towards utopia. So we have gotten one civilization to the Singularity Society. We're only at 14 synthesis. We need 3 more, and it's probably going to take forever to get there. Humans are now able to build large orbital habitats with the help of their self-improving technology. Singularity technology enables humans to transform former useless materials in the Sol system into a valuable resource. That helped. We'll go with this. Humans mourn the death of a beloved sage regulator. I guess you're not going to, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Esh Cyber Colony for a resource crisis. Wormwood is out of resources. Well, of course it is. The Esh have already used up all available planetary resource fields. It's no longer possible to provide for their colonial bases, and the Interstellar branch is on the brink of falling apart. The colonists have not adapted to the Wormwood System yet and may not survive this crisis. They're probably not going to. Okay, regress. That ain't gonna happen. Complete extinction. Okay. Exhaustion of planetary research fields. Chaos and panic lead to the complete disintegration of the Esh cyber colony. Will the Esh take their impulse rifles and eradicate each other, or will they find a more constructive way to deal with this collapse? Let's find out. Last signals from Wormwood. Oh, doesn't sound good. The last message of the research branch. The end is near. The research branch of the Esh is collapsing after all of their planetary research fields were consumed by corporate consumption. Without any resources, the colonists cannot maintain their colonial bases, but a group of social engineers and colonial scientists will try to achieve a final project. They want to send the history of their dying research branch into all corners of the galaxy. I think the whole precursor protocol thing is a hoax. Yes, it would be really cool if a million-year-old empire from the other side of the galaxy sent us their entire history as their world perished, just so we could archive their knowledge. But honestly, no one is so selfish. This is probably just an ad campaign for a new digital game. Okay. Hope, final signal, extinction. Extinction would be chaos and discord in the final days of the research branch prevent the social engineers and colonial scientists from working together. Before they overcome their differences, the first neutron bombs are activated by the desperate corporate scientific factions. Give me a lot of synthesis. What's final signal? The last coordinated action of the Esh cyber colony in Wormwood is to send out signals containing their corporate history to every star in the entire galaxy. While their colonial bases are burning and their colonists are dying out, their legacy may be preserved around a different star. Hope. Okay, the last message of the research branch. A group of social engineers and colonial scientists managed to get a hold of the last functional colonial laboratories and send strong signals in all directions of the galaxy. This selfless act gives many Esh hope. A stable community is built around the signal hub while the research branch disintegrates around them. Let's do that. We're going to kill off this branch of the Esh, pretty much. Okay. Well, roll the dice. The Esh colonists developed new diagrams for their buildings and tools. Not very many of them left. Okay. They got up to 7% of... They got a lot of planetary research fields. Okay. Human Titan ship. Destination reached. Wow, they got there fairly quickly compared to the Esh going to theirs. Human arrival on Tabby's star. Starship Factory. After arriving in the Tabby star system, the crew of the human Titan ship starts to construct an orbital factory structure in the vicinity of Earth. Eventually, humans should be able to send many more ships towards this system. We don't have any... We can't do the perfect success. Troubled development. After constructing the Starship Factory, the humans failed to create a functional supply line. The human Titan ship lands on Tabby Prime to establish a colony with the aim of surviving in their new environment and mining enough resources to fuel the factory, or total failure. The humans start to mass produce fusion reactors inside the newly built Starship Factory, but a critical accident leads to a chain reaction that turns the orbital colony along with the human Titan ship into dust. We're going to go with troubled development. Okay, they're not quite to... Earth is at Singularity. Tabby star system is not. Let's get some synthesis. They mean... Okay, humans are making Tabby star system their home. Let's go for a plus. Human colonists developed new diagrams for their buildings and tools. That helped with the tech. And we got a development for them. Enlightenment in Tabby star. Human colony is full of hope and passion for building a better world. Then engineers among the colonists argue for decades over how to shape this new world into a paradise for every human. Oh, we can't do that one. We're going to do regular development. I don't like the sounds of dead end. The pioneers of the Tabby star system, some of their ideas are very progressive and inspire the entire colony, but they also fail to question more problematic approaches to building a new society. One year. Populous human colonial base becomes a colonial and administrative hub. Does our home in the solar system still exist? Resource crisis, yeah. We have nothing to divert it with. Tabby star is out of resources. Humans have already used up all available planetary resource fields. It is no longer possible to provide for the colonial bases, and the colony is on the brink of falling apart. The colonists have not adapted to the Tabby star system yet and may not survive this crisis. Okay. Regress, collapse, or complete extinction. We can't do regress. Collapse. Exhaustion of planetary research fields. Chaos and panic lead to the complete disintegration of the human Starship Factory. Will humans take their energy rifles and eradicate each other, or will they find a more constructive way to deal with this collapse? Complete extinction. These are the final days of the humans. As the factions fight over the last remaining planetary resource fields, the fate of the colony is sealed through the use of plasma detonators. I'm going to go with collapse. There's a chance they can survive. Lost development in Tabby star. The human research colony completely relapses without access to any planetary resource fields. Trusted technology is lost. The colonial scientists of yesteryear are forgotten, and the humans step back to traditional living in order to survive in the decaying colonial bases. Artifacts from their prosperous past cannot be replicated anymore and are therefore in high demand. Okay, what I'm going to tell you right now is we're going back probably to the Bronze Age. No, we didn't. We can't do stable transition. I don't want to do collapse because that'll be almost everybody dies and regresses back to the digital age. Regular development, we're still going to regress back to the digital age. I had, in the other game I was playing, I had somebody go from the digital age, I think it was, all the way back to the Bronze Age, so this ain't that bad. The research colony falls apart and humans return into construction sites. Knowledge of their old technology slowly disappears, making it hard for many humans to survive. We'll go that way. Humans author several volumes on the colonization of Tabby Prime. Human colonial planners establish new research management for the research colonies. An influential leader rises to power. Humans in the Tabby star system mourn the death of a beloved leader. Okay, the colonial planners establish a protected land region on Tabby Prime. I think one of these should leave. Okay, the colonial planners. Okay, so they're 25% of the way getting back to where they were. Growth is down. They're at 63% utopia. Okay, we're going to the Kaar Sage Republics. Consumption and Gliese. These are the birds. Due to sophisticated traps and bows, the hunting of wild animals becomes much easier. Being a hunter turns into a lucrative profession, and a guild system is formed in the big cities of Gliese. Now, what we're going to do here, since this is my throwaway race, is massive consumption. The hunting guilds rise to power in Kaar society, and the hunters become reputable sage councils even after eradicating most wildlife around the cities. Okay, we'll do a plus. And Gliese, the new ideas of a brilliant life scholar are circulated widely. A growing city expands its influence. Wow. Resource scarcity, 204.3 thousand years before the forests become scarce. Let's try this one. Kaar ballots represent harmony. Let's get some synthesis. Kaar established a new sage republic. And Gliese, the new ideas of brilliant light. Yeah, we keep getting that one. They're at 54% towards the nautical age. Let's see if we can do this. A remarkable light scholar is celebrated for their contributions, 55%. A city of Kaar becomes a center of trade and commerce, 56%. Okay. Esh Mega Corporations, development of This is back on the Esh homeworld, the Esh Unity. Paradigm shift in Rigel. I don't think we're going to see the humans on Earth anymore. They became cyborgs. The Simpletons Show, longest running show of all time, and the once very beloved The Simpletons, which migrated from television to holograms and everything in between. However, this enduring cartoon family of yellow-skinned Esh has run slightly dry of ideas, is now getting on everyone's nerves with celebrity-glorifying cameos and cultural references devoid of humor. Will a comfortably numbing drivel finally be canceled, or will the long reign of this worn-out cultural icon persist indefinitely? Okay. Cultural ascent we can do. The simpletons must go. Esh protests the show and it finally gets the sack. Horatio Simpleton eats their last donut. Cultural expansion. It may not be what it used to be, but the Simpletons is a still perfectly chromolant show. I don't know what that means. Along with a renewal, a huge merchandising deal triggers a palpable surge in resource consumption. The Simpletons brand contraceptive devices don't work too well, though. Cultural descent. The Simpletons becomes non-optional essential programming. A once charming spot of light, evening entertainment has hideously mutated into a monstrous tool of propaganda. Let's spend some cents. Well, they got up to 90% of the way through tech level 7. They're still kind of, well, we need more synth. They establish a new mega corporation. We'll take the positive. They Esh enjoy a new style of enchanting virtual artworks. The road to our future is written in the stars. We're up to 94%. They Esh establish a new mega corporation. 96%, 97%. It's very likely that if an alien civilization is out there in the galaxy, that it will be a synthetic civilization. Let's get another synthesis. In the Rigel System, a major megacorporation falls apart and loses all its influence. Okay, they're right on the edge of tech level 8. Oh, never mind. They reached the solar age. We might be able to get these guys to the Singularity after all, even though their colony died. Okay. This is Mr. Inadequate. I am playing the Fermi Paradox. This is the 4th episode, even though it should be the 5th, but I have already given you a recap of what happened and we've gotten this far, so I hope you enjoy it, and it's an intriguing game. Kind of a lot of fun, challenging, and can you get them up there? So I'm going to see if I can get my second civilization, the Esh, to the Singularity. I've already got the humans there. I might try to get the human colonists and Tabby star there. And I don't know about the Kaar. But anyhow, that's what I'm intending. This is the end of the episode 4, and I hope you enjoyed it.